Well, we have the pleasure now to have with us over the phone our dear guest, His Excellency Ambassador Medhat bin Meleegy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Good evening, Your Excellency.
Good evening to you.
Well, Your Excellency, before we start on the press conference between the Egyptian Foreign Minister and the Jordanian counterpart, we would like to shed more light on President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's today inspecting in Ismailia. He gave a speech as he inspected the 2nd Army field and in the 6th Armored Division, as the President said that Egypt is always abiding by peace and never have any strategies or hidden strategies for any other country. And also the President today in his speech in Ismailia stressed on the importance of solving the Palestinian cause by that the Palestinians have the right to have their own state for the Palestinians, and also called for 3 things: a ceasefire and the release of hostages, and also the delivery of the humanitarian aid.
Yes, exactly. Actually, one cannot stop thinking about how President Sisi is really committed to peace. I mean, although that he has been trying to convince the other parties concerned that this path will not end in a respectable way in any means. And nevertheless, although this was not heard in the due time, and we reached a point where whether we are talking about the Israelis who are accused of committing crime wars and actually genocide in Gaza, yes, or with any other parties who got involved in this war, that the path of this war is not ending anytime soon, unfortunately, to the world community and to the Middle East region. However, President Sisi insists that there is still a hope, and he insists again that we will not accept but ending with a 2-state, one for the Israelis and one for the Palestinians on the border of the 4th of June 1967.
Yes.
The only problem is that we don't see any political will from the Israelis. On the contrary, we see the total opposite from the Israelis, is to continue this war that is now starting its 2nd year without any hope in the horizon, yes, of an ending.
Yes, yes.
And this actually shows that Israel is totally taken in this vendetta that is endless. We are reaching over 42,000
yes,
martyrs in Gaza, most of them, and not just Gaza actually, and the West Bank as well, and most of them are women and children.
Yes.
And civilians in general.
Yes.
But this,
yes,
is not stopping Israel from continuing what it's doing at this
yes,
stage.
yes. Your Excellency Ambassador Meleegy, concerning the activities by the Foreign Minister Badr Abdel today, he held several activities as he held a press conference with his Jordanian counterpart Ayman Safadi, and also he held a phone call with the Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati, and also the Foreign Minister today held a phone call with U.S. President Anthony, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken. How did you follow the activities today and the statements by the Foreign Minister?
Well, as I just said, Egypt is relentless, and it continues its effort towards reaching a peaceful solution to the current atrocities. Of course, the most important one, I believe, is the one with the Jordanian Foreign Minister, since yes, Egypt and Jordan are the most concerned with what's going on in on the Palestinian territories, whether we are talking about Gaza or we are talking about the West Bank. And from here comes the importance of the reorganization of the position of the 2 countries regarding this, and to reassure the world community that we are still on the path of peace if someone, or if Israel precisely wants to join this.
Yes.
As for the American Foreign Minister, I think that actually we should not expect much from the United States at this point. All the promises given by the United States until this point were turned to be blank shots, actually. I mean, we heard over dozens of times, promises about a ceasefire and about trying to reach a deal over which that we are going to exchange the prisoners with the detainees with Hamas. But unfortunately, the United States is incapable of taking serious measures against Israel. On the contrary, it's encouraging Israel to continue its war crimes by providing it with arms. And this is what's enabling Israel to continue until this point. Israel would not have been able to continue with this stubbornness, if I may say, if the United States was not giving it as much arms and ammunition as has been giving it. We know that it's already over $40 billion of arms and ammunition and military equipment have been given to Israel, including most sophisticated bombs and missiles and all what it needs to continue its genocide, to the price that we are reaching about $1 million per Palestinian victim.
Yes.
If you calculate the ratio between 42,000 victims from the Palestinian side and over $40 billion, it's $1 million per victim. That's the amount of aid given by the United States to Israel. So the United States is a full-fledged accomplice with Israel about this genocide.
Yes.
And unfortunately, history books are not going to be very kind towards the United States regarding this genocide that is taking place right now.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Your Excellency Ambassador Medhat Meleegy, former Assistant Foreign Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break and I want to be back with you.